time. Make like your bad smell bunny lines, like screw your face up. We're gonna get those right there. Okay, we'll mark you out.
That's where I'm gonna get it, guys. Look at me, I'm all white now.
Looks like you went to like some YMCA girl.
Yeah. Hi, Elizabeth. All right, we're gonna get poked. So if you're squeamish, you know what I'm trying to say. If you don't like needles, look away. But these are really tiny.
They're tiny, tiny.
They're tiny. They're like, I'll tell you the pain, 1 to 10. 1 being very little to no, 10 being ER visit.
I hope for no ER visit.
I think the only time I ever gave anything like a 9 or 10 was birth, so.
That's fair.
Everything else is like 6 or 7. I would say the only thing that I would say would be up there was my tattoos or my eyebrows. Everything else is like a 5 or less. Nope, actually we just talked about lip filler. Also, I'm wearing my thing still, so if I look weird and like my posture is weird, it's because I can't breathe.
Do you need me to lay you back a little bit?
No, it's okay. So we talked about it, and I may come back next month, but we both think my lips still look good right now. It's only been 4 months because we looked back at my chart. I think it was in November that I got it done. I actually had my Dysport done in June, which I think is like almost 9 months.
June 28th.
June 28th, so like 7, 8, 9 months. I don't know. Do the math. It's March. So my Dysport, but I noticed probably like a few months ago that I probably should have come maybe January, but I was just so busy. They need a Coco update. She just gave me a Coco update.
Oh, she's so good. I love her. She's finally coming. So I had 2 other cats, and she's finally coming into herself. So she's starting to fight back, and her coat looks good, and she's decided most of the house is hers. So she's doing good. She's doing great.
Hi, Megan. Yeah, how long have you had her? Was it July?
Yeah.
I think
It was the end of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's sweet.
You're invested. That's so funny.
She's a talker.
Yeah, she is. Well, that's the Siamese.
Right.
They're like the most vocal cats.
When we first got her, she really, she was a little shell-shocked at first, and so she really didn't say anything. And now my daughter's like, how do we shut her up?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't. This is Coco.
I know. I'm going to need to come over and see her because I miss Coco.
So sweet.
Hi, Leslie. How are you? Except this one's even busier than me, so.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Questionable.
I went to her website and I was telling them, I'm like, I only see Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true.
So thank goodness I have her actual number.
But I'm also in the operating room doing anesthesia. So
that's what I mean.
Then I have to.
That's why she's busy, guys.
Yeah.
She has 3 cats, 3 kids.
3 cats, 3 kids.
2, 3 jobs, and a husband, and she travels a lot. And her kids are at that age where they're very active.
Yes.
So if she's not on vacation, she's doing something with her kids. Every time I text her, hey girl, lunch? Nope, I'm doing this.
Well, as a working mom,
Yeah,
I know,
you
try not to miss the things,
Oh, I
right?
know.
So you just rest your head back.
Okay.
You try not to miss the things that matter, right? Because so I always say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. So, all right, angry face for me. Relax. Tiny pinch. 1, 2, 3.
I'm good, guys.
Angry face one more time. Relax. Pinch. So
It's like a 1.5 to 2.
It's tiny. I don't even know how to explain
it. Like you feel it, but it's not painful. It's more just like there.
It's less than popping, is it?
Yeah, that's actually true. She's an overachiever. She is.
Angry face. Relax. Now I really just need to learn how to say no.
It does feel like popping, is it?
A little bit, right?
A little bit.
Certain spots are more sensitive than others.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, guys.
So
I told him it's less than the dental block.
Oh, yeah.
If you can handle the dental block, you can handle Dysport.
That's truth.
Mm-hmm.
That is truth.
But again, even the dental block only lasts 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
And here you can see, this is how, so.
Yeah, see how tiny? It
Teeny,
looks like a
tiny.
hair. It looks like a thick hair.
All right. Eyebrows up. Relax. So she has a really narrow forehead.
Yes. I have a 3 head.
Probably 2.5.
Yeah.
There is called the line of convergence, which is this line that goes mid across your forehead that we usually do not inject over, because then that's when people start to get this heaviness, and we're not going for that. We also know, I know you like a little bit of this sort of lateral lift in your brows, so we don't do anything too much to hit the frontalis muscle here where it's settled, you can't move it, so that when we paralyze this little portion of your orbicularis oculi, you actually get a little like corner pull up, which is really kind of pretty.
Yeah.
Without getting this.
Without getting that, yes. Yeah,
This
we don't want to
not
look
the same as this.
We don't want to look like I'm confused or have a question.
The shocked.
Yes.
All right, the pinch. 1, 2, 3. We don't want shock and awe. That's not what we're going for.
No. Hi, Shannon. Every 4 months, yeah. I know. I was supposed to come.
Lift your eyebrows up. Relax.
I was supposed to come like every 4 to 6, and I ended up pushing it like 8 to 9.
It's not so much. There's nothing wrong with not coming. The beauty of staying regular is that when your muscle starts to atrophy, so if you think of tox like a cast that you put on an arm, if you don't move your arm for 9 weeks, that muscle starts to atrophy. So it stops moving like it's used to. And then if you go and put the same dose that you just did on a really active muscle, on a weaker muscle, that muscle continues to atrophy, and that's when you start to be able to like lengthen the distance between your treatments.
Oh,
because
nice.
duration of your treatment, like your
That makes
Dysport, is dose dependent.
Because some of the girls said on my live earlier this morning that she was like, yeah, the Dysport only lasted like a month or 2 for me. And I was like, I noticed with me that the first time you get something, like what she's saying, your muscles are still really strong, so it can break down really fast.
There's a couple of different things with that. So if you think about duration is dose dependent. So if you put a lesser dose than you should on a strong muscle, it will paralyze, but it'll come back really fast, if that makes sense. All right, make your bunny lines and relax. Pinch, 1, 2, 3. So you can make it last even longer, and then turn towards me. If you put more on it, bunny lines again, relax, pinch. Just by putting more units in. So people try to save money,
Get less
or
units,
they do less units and they do want to do more space. Like, I can only afford this amount. Well,
That
the
makes
better
sense.
option is put all the units where you want the most result. Because if you spread it out, you're not going to get the same duration.
Especially if you're someone who's really expressive like me.
Yeah. If you don't put enough on, it'll paralyze it, but then it's gone really fast. So smile real tight, relax. Tiny pinch right up here in your eyebrow. So this little tuck under the eyebrow is going to get a little bit of a lateral lift, because your orbicularis oris or oculi is a circle sphincter muscle, eyeballs, mouth, rectum. And if you paralyze this tiny little pie piece here, you can't contract here. And we went high with her injection here, so we paralyze up here, but she still will have this portion moving. So unopposed, when this is paralyzed, this will pull up. So you get this little pick-me-up on the corner lateral portion of your eyebrow, which is really pretty. Most people don't even realize that I do it, and then when we do it, they come back and they're always like, whatever you did, do it again.
Do it again.
I look like I was rested. And if you have heavy
like
lids, it will often give you just a couple millimeters that seem to make a little bit of a difference.
I have heavy lids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what my lips look like next month before my DR trip. But I might be good until the summer.
Yeah. Find an injector that'll tell you no.
Yeah, she literally said, no, they still look good.
Find an injector that'll tell you no. You don't want a yes man when it comes to injecting your face. Smile tight. Relax.
But if I wanted half or something, she would probably do half, but she would not do any.
Yeah.
She's not gonna ever make me look like I have inflatable lips.
No, that's not the look you're going for.
It's funny because I had the opposite comment the other day. They were like, you need more Botox because your face looks uneven. I was like,
That's That's rude.
I'm gonna tell my injector that because she does a great job. And actually, I am due. So if you want to pay for my appointment with your rude comment,
that's rude.
I know. It's like usually I get the opposite. Usually, I had one lady a few months ago say, "I'm not gonna watch anymore because you're fake." It's like, I actually think the stuff I get done looks pretty natural. But yeah, maybe fake on the outside, but real on the inside. It's where it counts. It's fine.
These people, I hate people who hide in anonymity behind all these comments.
Yeah.
Like, put your chest behind it and put your real picture up there. Put your
I
real
thought she
name
meant.
out there.
I was like, oh,
Put your chest out there.
I thought that was a pose.
No. All right, there it is. So do that again. Most people don't realize this little. You see how she gets that kind of dimpling in this. People
You call it like an apple.
I
or
call
an
it orange peel, or some people go golf ball. That is the mentalis muscle. So this muscle, like anything else, gets really doing that, build a muscle, just like you would weightlifting. And a lot of times as you age, this gets really thick and you get this pull up. You've seen those older women that have this pull up and then they get this, you can see it if you do it, you're going to get this line.
Yeah.
See, people get that creasing.
They get that line.
That's what it is. It's this mentalis muscle that just keeps getting stronger. And then do your side clown face again. Yours isn't as bad. Some people go to get the resting bitch face and they pull down really hard here. There's muscles here called your DAOs, your depressor angularis oris, and they just pull the sides of your cheeks down or your mouth down. So you can paralyze those as well. When you paralyze, every muscle has another muscle that counteracts it. So if you paralyze one thing, the other opposing muscle, you know this, the opposing muscle gets stronger or is more active. So if you paralyze the muscles that pull down here, the levators in your cheek pull up and you get a bit of you get rid of that RBF. Not that you have it. That's what
I
I'm
do have
saying.
an RBF.
No, but you don't have the pull down.
I don't have the
here.
pull down
you have
RBF.
the mentalis.
Yes.
But the other thing that does too is people who have jowling, they talk about, like, they'll be the first thing they say is like, I'm so heavy down here.
Yeah.
If you're pulling down here all the time, you just create this weight here. So when you release that and you get the lift, you can get rid of some of that jowling. So there's a lot you can do with talks than just your 11s. People don't realize that. All right, side clown. Relax. Pinch.
Someone said when she wins the lottery, she's going to come straight to you.
Aw. She doesn't have to win the lottery.
Yeah, you don't have to win the lottery.
Got it. That's it. We're done.
That was
Pretty
so fast, guys.
I'm happy to answer any questions if they have any for you.
Yay. Oh, can I do makeup today or should I wait till tomorrow?
No, you can put it on. I haven't
okay.
heard anything.
Okay. There's nothing I can't do.
4 hours.
Or
you're gonna
sweat.
Well, you can. I wouldn't like go throw down a big workout. So the next
Yeah,
4 hours.
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, next 4 hours is kind of the most important because next 4 hours because the medicine is binding to the receptors on the muscle, and as it binds is what paralyzes the muscle. Until that time, it's sort of just mobile. If you put any pressure on anything, you get really sweaty and dilate the area. That medicine can kind of go to a muscle potentially that we are not necessarily looking to paralyze. So be careful putting sunglasses on just because we paralyze, we hit your bunnies.
Yeah, I won't wear them.
Don't wear anything like, well, you're not going to put a hat necessarily on your headband on that kind of stuff.
And also, you want to sit up, right?
You don't necessarily have to sit up, just don't lay on your face. So for 4 hours, like don't take a nap and bury your face in a pillow, that'd really, or anything else that would require your face in a pillow.
This is great. Yeah, guys, look at, you can't even hardly tell I just got it done.
Well, sometimes most people sometimes get like little bumps and they go down within about 5-10 minutes afterwards.
I only really get it on my lips and then I just have to massage them out.
Yeah,
on my top lip.
Yeah, when you get that, sometimes the filler. Yeah.
But I just massage it out.
Yeah.
Dysport, so it's similar.
Dysport and, look, I can show you. Dysport looks like this, and Botox. This is the molecule. It looks just like this. So cool. And this blue part is the actual botulism molecule. These are sort of the proteins that go on it, but this is what it looks like.
Look at that.
Fun, right?
I love nerdy stuff and science.
Yeah.
I have a huge forehead. Can she do anything to help it make it look smaller?
Contour.
Makeup, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not necessarily the forehead is that big. It's sometimes your brows have settled some, and if you can kind of get your brows up back a little bit more,
it might make it
kind of gives you a little more definition instead of being sort of heavier and straight across.
Very natural looking, wonderful job. Yes.
Thanks.
What does it help with?
What help with?
The Dysport.
So Dysport paralyzes muscles. It's a neuromodulator. Dysport, Botox, Juvo, Xeomin, they're all sort of the same thing. They're neuromodulators. They use them both cosmetically, but also medically. So spastic CP kids, they'll put Botox in their muscles to stop the spasms, which is basically the same thing. You're paralyzing a muscle. So all it does is paralyze the muscle underneath the skin. So where you wrinkle, you can't wrinkle anymore.
Which sounds scary, but it's not.
But it's not a permanent paralysis.
Yeah,
it's
not.
just very temporary. Anybody who's going to try and sell you anything that is going to pretend or tell you that it acts just like Botox is stealing your money. It's nothing will paralyze a muscle like neuromodulator. They can help your skin,
I know.
but nothing is going to. But we've all seen those people who are pushing that stuff that
Yeah.
save your money that you would spend on a whatever cream that they're going to tell you is going to, you know, or those tapey things. None of that works. Just doesn't.
Dysport left a heavy feeling in my forehead. I didn't like it. I do love.
If you had a heavy feeling in your forehead, it's probably not the whatever neuromodulator they used. They either got too heavy or they got too low. When I talk about that line of convergence, heaviness is felt when they come too far down. And then you get that weighted sort of thick feeling here and you can't use your muscles at all. It means they probably needed to inject higher up towards your hairline than actually the medicine or the neuromodulator was causing the problem.
Difference between Botox and Dysport. Sorry, I came late.
Who you buy it from and money. Dysport tends to be cheaper. Botox is the brand, and you pay for that.
I need to come to her. She does great work.
Are you guys recording?
We're alive.
You're fine.
Oh, okay. I need to take out. Susanna just called me, and Kate is broke her foot,
Oh,
and she can't drive, so I need to go. She's
Go
out
do
the
that.
team, so I'm gonna go handle that, and I'll.
see ya.
Oh my
I'll see you.
goodness.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Is the Dysport for the jowl area?
Dysport, you can use any of them anywhere. They all work kind of hand in hand. Let's explain the jowls because that's kind of like my age group, not her age group, my age group's complaint is that people always feel heavy right here. And you can see it on mine right here where it gets a little heavier. Two reasons. Sometimes that's volume up here, but a lot of times it's muscle lower for like mid face down. So if you can do it for me, let's see, look straight forward. Can you make the letter E like E and really tighten your neck like you're lifting something heavy? See, she can't do it, but a lot of people will go E and you can kind of see it on mine where you go E and you'll get these bands. Some people also look like velociraptors, like their bands are so tight. This is the platysmal muscle and it attaches on your jawline here. If you are really strong and you go E and you get these really strong bands, that band attaches here, which means it's pulling all this down. And so they can do what's called a Nefertiti neck lift. And you inject the neuromodulator, Dysport, Botox, Xeomin in this neckline and in these bands. So again, if you paralyze here, everything that pulls up is then left unopposed until you get sort of a lift up this way. So that's
Nice.
There's lots of other ways to address, jowling than filler and facelifts.
She knows her stuff. Looks great. What about smile lines? Yeah.
Smile lines. Are we talking about this here? So cheeks are the bra of the face. So if you don't have volume here, and we all, as we sort of age, sort of get this heaviness and this nasolabial fold, we'll put this in like real terms, if your bra sucks and the support in your boob sucks, your waist looks bigger because your boobs sank down, right? Same thing on your face. If your cheeks, if they're the support of your face and sort of what you see, if this volume starts to go and the support in your cheeks is gone, everything below that gets heavier. So people will come in and say, oh, I want you to put filler here, but the reality is they need filler here or something to tighten and get more support here. So if you put a good bra on, pull the girls back up where they are, the girls look good and your waist looks smaller. Same idea, you put filler up here in your cheeks, this is not as heavy. But if you're heavy and you put filler where you're already heavy, you're just gonna get heavier. And then you kind of get that, we've all seen it where you look, that woman and she looks like she has a muzzle.
Yeah.
It gets that weird sort of muzzly look.
Yeah.
And that's because you've got too much volume here. And this is still sort of processing.
Which is better between Dysport and Botox?
It's really whatever your budget.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a big brand name, you know, if you're a brand person, then stick with Botox. If you have you know, they have the Ally account, Dysport has Aspire. All of them have something that as you routinely do it, like Trinette will put hers in and she's got money off because she's, you know, had
points.
treatments. Yeah. There's not really a difference. Botox has kind of had a bad rap lately. They've kind of changed their manufacturer, and so results haven't been as great lately. So I'm not sure if some of that is that, but you pay a lot of money for the Botox.
You do. You can't be that much older than her.
I'll be 52 in October.
Just look at.
You can tell it. See, look at my gray hair right here.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was a highlight. Do you
look at it.
Do you like one versus the other better?
So I will usually I use Dysport and Xeomin. Those are the two. Dysport, let me throw my little molecule. So Dysport is this molecule. It's a single filtered. There is more botulism molecule per unit, so it costs a little bit more, same as Botox. But you get, if we're talking about duration, the more units you have, then the longer it's going to last. So it may cost you a little bit more up front, but it may last a little longer. Xeomin, which is by MERS, is a double filtered. So when they create this molecule, they filter it one time. MERS is known, or Xeomin is known as the smart tox or the clean tox. So this protein molecule comes off and the second filtration, and all you're left is with this molecule. So over time, realistically, we know in science, if you're exposed to a foreign protein, which is what these are, you can develop antibodies, which is what vaccines are, right? So theoretically, if you just consistently use Dysport or Botox, there's the chance that you could develop an antibody to it, and then you have to go on what's called a tox holiday. So for a year, you don't do anything and you purge. You just let it all wear off and all go away. I usually have people who have Dysport really regularly, like every 90 days consistently. 1 out of 4 treatments, we will have used the Xeomin. So for you figure it's 3 months before and 3 months after, you got about 6 months of sort of non-exposure to this foreign protein. And so you kind of get a bit of a washout. I don't know if it's like legit, you know, theoretically, but it does. If you're somebody who starts young, like Trin started young, if you kind of switch it up, then you kind of flush some of those antibodies you may be developing. And so your Dysport or Botox will probably last you longer.
Do you have male customers?
I do. We have a lot of male customers. You'd be surprised how many men have stepped into aesthetics.
Yeah, because they can't wear makeup, or they don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
Most of them don't wear
I'll
makeup.
tell you, so my husband was the first one. He initially, I said, hey, I need a male picture for my social media. And we've been married now for long enough. He just doesn't say no. He does everything. So he did it. And he was kept getting headaches because he's on a computer all the time. And so he's squinting all the time. And so when we did it, it relieved his headaches because he wasn't squinting all the time. But B, he said, I feel so much better. I know how I feel about myself looking in the mirror because I felt like the image I was looking at was so much older than how I felt. But he said, I can't imagine what it's like to be a female in today's society and do these things. Now, he's like, he got it. But now he's the worst person because he'd be like, Shanna, is my forehead moving?
It might do.
And Trinette's seen him. He looks normal. Like, he doesn't look...
Yeah.
So we have a lot of men have actually stepped into it, especially like management and that kind of thing, competing now with some of the younger people. The upper management has really invested in more of the aesthetics thing.
I have a congenital myopathy and I'm prone to I don't know how to say that. And getting, oh my gosh.
Oh, get it. Is that some malignant hypothermia when going under certain anesthesia? Yeah,
Are you familiar with that?
Yep.
How about the clown frown?
That's it. Yeah. The DAOs that pull down here and the mentalis that pulls up.
That's what she did. That's what she did on my chin.
Yeah. That's what you want to settle down.
Which one lasts longer?
So there's not a one that will last longer. It depends on how many units you get. So we put a dose that's probably going to last probably 4 to 5, maybe 6 months. You could add more units and it'll last longer. You can add less units and it'll last less time. So some factors, if you're really super active, that you'll break it down faster. younger people tend to metabolize differently. You're one of these people who go to the dentist and they numb you and you're numb, and then they start working and they're having to always sort of re-numb you. You may be a fast metabolizer of drugs, and so in which case it may not last you as long. If you drink, your liver enzymes will help metabolize it faster. So there's a number of different variables that will sort of influence how long your
I
tox
didn't know
treatment
that.
lasts.
Like drink alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Yep.
Carolyn. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yep, she asked if you do your husband's. Yep.
I do.
Everyone thought you looked like you were 35.
Aw.
She's like, keep talking.
No, I didn't start doing anything till I was late 40s, probably.
Oh, wow.
Mid to late 40s I started. Aesthetics was not anything I sort of knew anything about, and when I started, it was like learning a new language. I had no idea what I was talking about. Like, I knew we were having conversations, but it was so overwhelming. It was like learning a new language, and there's this device and that device and this treatment and this medicine, and that's why I think it's really important that you have to invest your time and find an injector who's done their education and knows what they're talking about, because it's really easy these days to get taken advantage of. Somebody will take your money. I could have told her that she needs more lip filler and done it, but
That's why I did my research, guys. Do you find that the ones you've done treatment for years look more aged once they stop it completely?
I don't think anybody looks more aged. They are aging. And so Botox, any of them, Dysport, none of them will stop aging necessarily. It freezes time, right? So all it's doing is paralyzing the muscle. It's not changing the quality of the skin. It's not changing the amount of collagen that you create or break down. It freezes time at this moment. Anything, but like if she only ever did this, she is still going to continue to age, so that the skin is not changing. So that's why it's really important to do anything that stimulates collagen. So microneedling, lasering, anything that causes a micro trauma to your skin will stimulate your skin's own, your body's own healing cascade, which then stimulates collagen production. So after the age of 30, we lose collagen production by about 1% every year. And it doesn't seem like much if you're starting at 100% and then you start to drop your 1%, 99, and that's why everybody around the early 40s wake up and they're like, I don't know what happened. I just all of a sudden look old. It's you've been dropping, but it's kind of that slow until you sort of reach the point where the difference between 90% and 85 is as much as 85% and 60%. And so you really start to notice. But collagen production stimulating procedures are key in changing the quality and the thickness of the skin versus just paralyzing it. So
I saw a cool study where it said like 35 to 40 and then like 55 to 60 and then 70, 75. There's like these magic ages,
the milestones,
where you will notice it, but you're obviously gradually aging. But it's like, I noticed when I turned 35, I was like, oh,
yeah.
Because like the texture is like the microneedling.
Yeah, texture, tone, any acne scarring.
Yeah.
But just, if you think of microneedling, I think microneedling is one of the most useful and sort of not an entry level, but kind of a basic as far as how much it costs and what you get bang for your buck. If you think of microneedling like aerating your yard. So your yard looks kind of fine-ish, right? And then you go in and you aerate and create all these plugs and holes. It's the same thing we do in your skin. We create all these micro traumas, and then in your yard, you put seed and fertilizer down. Well, same thing happens. We topically apply different seed and fertilizer to help stimulate the collagen production, but also your body is creating its own, because now it has all these micro traumas and it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And so it goes to heal it, and ultimately you end up with a much thicker, greener yard, and same thing happens. You get much thicker, juicier, collagenated skin. And so microneedling is a huge, is a no-brainer for anybody. Anybody can do microneedling.
But what's the downtime on that again? Like a few weeks?
No. 3 to 5 days, maybe.
Okay.
And it's not even downtime. It's like a social downtime.
Well, that's, I mean, like, because it's red.
Yeah.
It'll be red for like
It'll
3
be
to
red.
5. Okay.
It'll be red.
Maybe I'll do that before DR.
No, you won't. I won't do that to you. You're not going out in the sun with fresh, raw skin.
Oh, okay, after DR.
No, she won't do it.
She won't do that. See? She won't take my money until
I
after.
wouldn't do anything with you. I know that you'll be out in the sun in the summer a lot, so I would not
Fall.
do anything. Yeah, fall.
Okay.
Late fall, winter kind of things. Those are good things to do.
Wish I knew this years ago. Makes sense. Everyone's educated. microneedling.
Microneedling once a year. Yeah, I mean, there's no wrong time for doing microneedling except maybe in the summer if you're a really big sun person. And there's not an age that's inappropriate. We do microneedling on teens that have acne scarring. So it's better to treat like people who have been done Accutane in the past and are left with the residual kind of ice pick scars. Sometimes they get that hyperpigmentation little scars. We microneedle those faces and break up all that scar tissue and they recollagenate and it's awesome. So that's in the teen population. Everybody, if you think about 30, you're stopping the collagen production. Will you have these like results? Probably not, but 50-year-old you will be really thankful that 30 or 35-year-old you started doing things, and 60,
yes.
You know, it's easier to prevent and maintain than to try and correct.
Your link is at inyourfacecosmetics.com.
In Your Face Aesthetics.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do it in. Whoa.
In Your Face.
AESTHHTICS. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it. Double check. Age spots.
Age spots. So age spots now, this
I have a few.
Is as a result of what she did in her teens and 20s. So nothing you see now is anything you did last year or the year before. Everything, all those melanocytes are the result of your 20s and teens. And so
slapping baby oil and going on a black inner tube. That's what my mom did.
That's
exactly what they did in
Listen,
the 90s.
I was a victim of it. I did it all the time because
she didn't put sunscreen on me.
No,
it was
my
baby oil.
husband and I went to
Crisco.
Funny story. My husband and I went to a friend of his wedding, and he was marrying a like Pakistani Indian girl, and I had gotten so brown in the summer because I wasn't. We didn't have a TV. We just moved in. They said brideside. I was like, no, I'm so brown. I look like a different nationality.
Gross.
And I pay the price of it. So my face, I have treated. I've done laser treatments. I've done like a CO2 laser, microneedling, skincare that has actives in it, like retinols, lactic acid, tranexamic acid. Those things help to lighten and suppress the activity of the melanocytes so that those melanocytes are always there. You'll never get rid of it. You have to suppress them and shut them down so they stop producing like all that dark tissue. But my neck, like my chest is not the same as my face. It's kind of like a mullet.
Do you have makeup on?
No.
Look how good her face looks.
Oh yeah,
she has way less than me.
I'm not in a tanning bed.
I know. Sorry. I was getting winter
Put
depression.
on. Don't do it.
I needed warmth.
Get in a hot tub. Get you a heated blanket, girl. Get you a man. No.
Oh my gosh.
Vitamin C, yes. Mm-hmm. Vitamin C, retinol is a must for over 40. Agree. Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. So you have her link. I also tagged her Facebook. She's also on Instagram and TikTok.
Much to my children's chagrin.
Yep. And she does do content. But yeah, if you guys are in North Carolina, you pass through or you want to come here, she's in the Winston